Man send me a PDF, it's not fun. Buy low, sell high. I meant to say success is mental. Y'all broke in the mind. I just want it to flip $50. Tell them I'm broke now for you. Man say, good, now you're hungry. Rich, you're hungry because you take me money. We can't make up the 499, so we start recruiting my cousin. Circle of life. My cousin just be here, asking. Yo, this thing has... Man say, we're going to retire from Buddha by August. It's up, me say. We just join this Forex thing. Big man say, we're going to retire from Buddha by August. Thing. Big man say, we're going to retire. Man say, we're going to retire from Buddha by August. So, that's how trading. Man say, we're going to get charged. You believe in yourself. Big man say, step 1, recruit 2 people. Step 2, tell them to recruit 2 more. We don't know if we're building wealth or building Babylon Tower. The mentor post grind now, shine later. But when me ask how, he reply with Bible verse and him cash up. Pay $499 to access the secret strategy. Man send me a PDF with nothing but buy low, sell high. I meant to say success is mental. Y'all broke in the mind. We just want it to flip $50. To tell them I'm broke now for you. Man say, good, now you're hungry. Rachel, we're hungry because you take me money.
Thursday night in the
we can't make up the 499, so I'm start with our
analyst, Brent Barry and
Circle of life.
This is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Ali LaForce.
Yo,
it's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Heat, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
I think for the Heat, they're right there at the bottom of the standings. I mean, you really have to wonder how their locker room mood has changed as their struggles have continued.
Yeah, and if you look ahead to this offseason, which the front office is probably already doing, they should. That toxic environment you mentioned will make this team a very hard sell to free agents out there.
And the starting lineup for Miami, they've got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, Davis out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's MP. And it's Prosper in at the 5 spot. In the back half of the season, rookies are being scrutinized as award season approaches. MP has said his sights are set on winning Rookie of the Year.
And MP's goal for his rookie season was to win Rookie of the Year. But so far, against his peers in their first season, he hasn't distinguished himself as the best. MP still has some chances left against other rookies to prove to himself that he is the best in the class. He wants to perform better, and we'll see how he does.
You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, BA, proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Here's Hero. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Pass to Capella. Screen by Capella. Wiggins from long range. And it's Irving with a rebound. And Dallas with possession. 11 feet out. Again, Dallas.
The master from the mid-range. You just assume Irving's going to drill that shot every time.
For Miami, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Hero outside. Mitchell, a screen on MP. Lets it go from 14. Hero with the bucket. Hero's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
MP finds Davis. MP against Hero. Here's MP. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Tyler Hero.
You got to be careful how you guard MP. He's a magnet for that kind of contact.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Pass to Hero. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
Outside Davis. Here's MP. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Outside Mitchell. Rebounded by Marshall. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He ended up with 41 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. When we talk about a volume scorer, this is what we're referring to. He was relentless and prolific. Guys?
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. On the attack, Hero. It's rebounded by Dallas. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
And going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
Now here's Mitchell. No points so far. Screen by Capella. Hero for 3. Rebounded by Prosper. The Mavericks lead by 7. MP right side. Pass to Prosper. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And a peek at the NBA's best at the three-point line. Second, Klay Thompson. And, of course, Kyrie Irving.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. Heat trail by 7. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Irving. .105 left in the first quarter of the game. Paul against Burks. Here's Larson. That one's off. Still out of sync. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's Marshall. And he can't get that one. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Here's Larson. Again, the Heat misses. Dallas leading by 7. MP, the pass to Davis. Back to MP. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Davis has got 3 assists tonight.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Adebayo. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but there's always this point when you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
And so it's Dallas closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
There's so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Setting the floor for Miami. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Exum's checked in for Dallas. Kyrie Irving comes in for Chris Paul.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Jovic. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
MP scanning the floor. Pass to Irving. Back to MP. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition.
Substitution on the court.
Heat trail by 11. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. The Mavericks lead by 11. MP inside. Check by Mitchell. The 3 from Thompson. Good. And the assist goes to MP.
Love watching Klay Thompson and that easy stroke of his.
Mitchell, the pass to Capella. Outside Burks. There's a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. On the wing, MP. Pounded by Wiggins. Back to MP. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Heat trail by 16. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Burks. Here's Capella. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively, and you can feel the frustration building.
Man, they've been taking some wacky shots out there. Looking like Ernie out there.
Hey, easy. I got a J.
And we've got the playoff picture starting to come into focus now. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference.
Looking at Miami, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
They've got MP. Najee Marshall is out there with Davis. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Prosper in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Pass to Capella. Wiggins with it. Now Adebayo puts up a deep 3. That shot off. Hero against MP. Irving with it. Back to MP. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go. Making him 5 for 10 now. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. They trail by 16. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home. Exum's checked in for Marshall. Pass to Adebayo. To the paint. And And there's Hero on the assist by Adebayo. Hero's got 11 points.
Well, the paint can open up for Hero because he's such a good shooter, smart to attack. He had a chance to do it there.
Here's MP. The shot no good. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Second team foul.
And that one falls for Hero.
And Hero, one of those guys who just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. Does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And we always like to take this chance to show you the scoring leaders from the last 10 days of action. MP is second.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
And every team in the league would love to have a guy like Tyler Hero, an elite shooter off the catch, scores in bunches and spaces the floor.
Exum passes to Irving. Down low. MP, the flush.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Heat trail by 13. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career. They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Pass to Capella. Hero outside. Driving to the basket. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Love it when Hero gets in there and goes strong like that because he can bully sometimes on the drive.
Dallas shooting a red-hot 63% in this game. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at center. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 33% so far in this game. Here's Hero. Hero with another miss. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
And what a night to remember for MP. Still so young, this guy could have many nights like this in the future.
And here are the Heat now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Deflected. Hero with it. Now guarded by MP. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A. And the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the...
And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one.
You earned that one.
MP, look, I love you, but you gotta play a little more disciplined on D. You're way too important to foul out like that.
So I'm thinking about letting the kids plan the next vacation. Pick 3 destinations and then pick from the best one. Risky.
Hey, you want to play tonight?
Yeah. You got burrito?
Yeah, grab it on.
Yeah, see that. Good game, MP. All right. Great.
MP.
It's going in!
Keep it going.
You got it. Come on. Hey, he can ball, huh? Oh, yeah.
Yo, keep shooting.
Come on, MP. Okay. Woo! I run this.
That's what I want to see.
Let's do this.
Like Money in the Bank.
Let's go!
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Your confidence is gone now.
Good to see you, MP. You gonna show us something special tonight?
Sorry, man. We're not doing any runs today, but you can still go in the gym and get some shots up.
Mama, there goes that man. I'm convinced that they have it. And more importantly, at the end of practice, when they're done. They might not.
What's up, MP?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle on the hardwood. Alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
And Kevin, you talked about some thrills being in store for us tonight. These young guys are all capable of making a spectacular play at any given time. And I got a feeling we'll see plenty of them here tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, without question. I mean, if this game has taught us anything over the last few years, over the years in general, it's there isn't a highlight reel big enough to capture all of the incredible high-flying action.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Thompson is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Henderson. And it's Podziemski in at the 2.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
And Thompson kicks to Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Pass to Rizachet. Now, here's MP. Another miss by MP. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. And I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game. And for a guy who hasn't been able to get a ton of minutes this season, great that he's had a chance to show off his skill set here tonight.
And he does have some skills to show off. I mean, his opportunity for more playing time is going to come soon enough. He just has to stay patient.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
The sophomore's making a switch here. Miller's checked in, so he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Castle to the middle. Here's MP. And easy 2 points on the layup. MP's got his 3rd bucket of the night. You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
Now, here's MP. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Castle. Plays it up and banks it in.
And some players in the Rising Stars Challenge aren't especially well-known yet. But this young man is someone we've already become very familiar with.
It has not taken him long to really establish himself in the league. I mean, he's been logging a ton of minutes.
It's tipped. Rizache with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Here's Rizache. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
Now, here's Holmgren. Pass to Thompson. It's Miller on the wing. 4 on the clock. Fires it up. Filipowski grabs the board.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
MP, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Wembanyama. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellent on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Thompson. Over Rizache. The shot by Thompson, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's MP. And it's Windeos the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rookies lead by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know. Reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And the rookies with new faces on the floor. And a new group in here for the sophomores. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Buzelis. Holmgren comes in for Thompson. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Miller. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Black. Here's Henderson. It's good.
Using his handles to shake himself free, and it's smooth sailing from there.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Down low, here's MP, and MP throws it down.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
It's a neck-and-neck game in San Francisco. Henderson outside. Thompson from long range. Here's Holmgren. Out to Thompson. Pass to Wembanyama. Now Holmgren. Back to Wembanyama. Shoots a fader. Rebound by the rookies.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Henderson, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
20 seconds left to play here in the half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Thompson. Holmgren with it. Henderson outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rookies on top. They lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Brandon Pajemski. Holmgren is out there with Amen Thompson. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Henderson in at the 1 spot. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Henderson. That one good for 2. Henderson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the sophomores.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holmgren's got the lead up to 2 now for the sophomores. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Sophomores ball.
Here's Henderson. 6 points for him. Off target with his 3. Here's Sarr. He's defended by Pajemski. Sarr gets the bucket.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarr just pushing through that contact.
Now here's Henderson. He's guarded closely.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense. Just in this quarter alone, he's turned it over 3 times. Not sure what's going on with him.
Substitution for your rookies. Khalil Ware, Jared McCain, Isaiah Collier.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Thompson outside. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Wembanyama. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's McCain. Off target from outside. McCain's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Podziemski with it. He has 5. Inside, here's Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Here's Risache. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Risache missing.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
Pass to Risache. Shot to stop the run. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Holmgren finds Henderson. And here's Thompson. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And McCain pulls it down.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Thompson looking for an opening. Takes a step back. Wembanyama, a screen. Looking to get it going. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Here's Ware. It's good from long range. He's got 8.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Henderson outside. Holmgren with the bounce pass. Wembanyama finishing the alley-oop.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
And it's rookie's ball. Pass to McCain. From downtown, Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Podziemski finds Holmgren. Podziemski on the wing. He has 5. The layup off target. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Sophomores lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. Tonight, none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game. And that excitement comes out onto the court.
They've got MP. He's out there with Castle. Sarr out there with Connect. And it's Misi in at the 4 slot. That's who's in the game for the rookies. Here's Black. to the hoop. Drops in the layup for two.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Exactly. I mean, finding their stride offensively, and they're on top on the scoreboard, and things are looking pretty good for them right now.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
Lots of room. Rebounded by Castle.
Boy, that's as good a look as he's going to get, in my opinion. He's just got to shake that one off and get ready for the next chance.
And just a loss of concentration there, and they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, clearly an unforced mistake there. You got to keep your head in the game and tighten that handle.
Here's Black, and he's good on the three ball. Black's got the lead up to 8 now for the sophomores.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Out of bounds.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And he dunks it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for him.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for the sophomores. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Black, no good. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time. All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
The sophomores making a switch here. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Buzelis. Thompson comes in for Thompson. Pajemski, he's checked in for Brandon Miller. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Black. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the paint, from in close. Henderson, no good.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
And that's just a careless play, and part of the reason right now they're trailing.
It may not sound like a bunch, but those things, those turnovers are cumulative. Already 5 points given up off turnovers this quarter.
Wembanyama high post. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Alex Song.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
He hits the second from the line. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
To stop the drought, and the basket by Castle. Castle's got it back down to within single digits for the rookies. And so it's the sophomores with it. Henderson, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And just a loss of concentration there. And they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, clearly an unforced mistake there. You got to keep your head in the game and tighten that handle.
Lebowski, he's checked in for the rookies. Rizache is coming in for Connect. And the sophomores with possession here. They have a 9-point lead. Henderson for three. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Now, part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Pass to Rizache. .149 left in the 4th. Here's Castle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
.146 left in the game. Castle's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. Collier, he's checked in for the rookies.
Sophomores ball. Substitution for your rookies. Number 13, Isaiah Collier.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now Pajemski. Wembanyama, a screen. A 3-pointer off the mark. Rizache with it. Here's Castle. Here's the screen from outside the arc. Doesn't go that time. Sophomores with the ball. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Henderson passes to Holmgren. Six to shoot. Henderson outside. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Castle. It's hauled in by the sophomores. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Pajemski. It's Henderson on the wing. Floats it up for Holmgren. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
And so the sophomores take this one by a big margin.
What a terrific game. I tell you what, these young players are going to give us years of excitement to come. The future of the NBA is looking very bright with these guys, Kevin.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.